This is a Looney Studios podcast. Hello and welcome to Aerde Tales. I'm Hunter Looney, the Game Master, and this show is a fantasy role-playing game that takes place on the planet of Aerde around the Renaissance period of that world. I'm joined today by Leah.
Amore.
And Noah.
Salazar.
Last time on Aerde Tales, Salazar and Mushak entered the Doan Temple to fight Feng Denev the Ninth to become the new Doan. Gamore stayed outside and kept an eye on the situation outside of the temple. The battle raged on, but Mushak landed the killing blow, which gave her the right to be the next Doan. The pair exited the temple with the dead previous Doan. Mushak steps up and with the help of mercenaries projects her voice very loudly via magic. I, Mushak Myong I, under the bylaws of Using, am now the Doan. I plan on making Using into a place where all species can stand together equally and choose their own paths through life. Every adult, catling, and kitten isn't forced to steal or kill to eat and live. There's more to life than that, and if you want that too, stay in the city and join the revolution. If you can't get behind that idea, you will be allowed to leave now with only your life, 3 days provisions, and the clothes you have on. This is a one-time offer. Decide now. Choose wisely. Salazar then did some magic to help punctuate the speech, and all the huge pantheras that were part of the previous Doan's crew that were in the courtyard waiting all collapsed from possible food poisoning. Those pantheras have now been moved inside of the central building in the city. This building is where the Doan holds all their meetings. It is the hub of power for the city. And all those pantheras are now sitting in a huge chamber and are bound. Your mercenaries, except for 2 of them, are all in this room at various locations to be able to go on the offensive if necessary. Mushak, Salazar, Barnaby, Gamore, and Kira are near the front of the room. Omi is between you all and the pantheras, and Pak and Ellie have been brought to a room nearby where they are safe. Mushak steps forward. Bring forth the claw of the Doan. And you see the right-hand man of the previous Doan is brought to the front of the room.
All right.
Yeah, we're in it now.
Oh,
this is no longer
I wasn't
recap.
expecting this opening, so yeah.
Yeah. So the guy that you had seen, that's like the right-hand man, like that proclaimed orders for the Doan and stuff like that, is brought forth to the front of the room. Mushak goes, "You are no longer the claw of the Doan. Here are your options. You can stay, give up your wealth and property, and help build a Using for all. You can leave with your life, 3 days provision, and the clothes you have on, or you can challenge me now, and your blood will be used to enrich the fields for the bountiful harvest of Using's future." You see the claw of the Doan look as if they are thinking this over, and they begin to speak. "No one but a panthera deserves..." And as he begins to speak, he reached for his dagger, and in the flash of an eye, their hand and the dagger it was holding are on the ground. And Mushak says, "That's enough. It is apparent that I was not clear enough. The previous claw of the Doan has used my last bit of mercy that I had within me."
Like, how'd their hand get cut off?
She pulled her sword and already has it back on those sheath.
Okay.
Good question. I did not do a good...
She got so much XP.
I just didn't know who did it. I was like, did Salazar throw something?
Oh no, she was like face to face with this person.
Okay.
Good question. So she reaches towards the claw and rips the pendant off of their shirt, and it looks like a cat claw. and she rips the pendant off and throws it at Salazar. I'm going to need an athletics check.
Catches it?
Yep.
What?
I kind of want to fumble it.
You
11.
You have a +4 to that. So you
15.
catch it. It doesn't look super cool, but you catch it no problem. Mm-hmm. And it's a little pendant that will be that can like attach into your shirt area.
Uh-huh.
And it looks like a claw. It denotes that you are the right hand of the Doan. Mm-hmm. So Salazar is the claw of the Doan now. Former claw Neil. The former claw of the Doan kneels and starts trembling. It's like, what do you choose? Stay, exile, or death? One word reply, or I will choose for you. He says quietly, exile.
All right.
Mushak reaches down towards the arm that is devoid of the hand and casts a magic spell on it, and you see that the bleeding stops. Take him to the side room, she says, and some mercenaries usher him into a side room. This side room is connected to the room you all are in, and it only has a single door that goes in. There's no other exits to it. Alright, your former claw has used the last of my patience and mercy. Here is the last time you will be given these choices. You can stay, give up all your wealth and property, and help build a U-Sing for all. You can leave with your life 3 days' provisions and the clothes you have on, or you can challenge me now, and your blood will be used to enrich U-Sing fields. And she starts getting she's trying to, you can tell from you all knowing Mushak, she's trying to play it up and play tough. You can choose to leave and join the former claw in the other room. And so I'm going to roll a persuasion check for Mushak and see how this goes. All right. Of the 20 Pantheras in the room with you all, which remember are 6'10"-ish, big cat-like people, 15 of them start moving towards the room. They choose exile. You can tell from their eyes and body language that they are afraid. Or at least enough to leave rather than fight right now. Some of your mercenaries go with them to keep the peace. Mushak goes, I thought it would be about this many left. Now, if you choose to stay, forfeiting all your wealth, property, and prestige, then kneel. And 4 of those 5 that are left kneel. Alright, and so the last Panthera that's standing, you have and before you all, you all can see it, but before that person could even finish her sentence, she has closed the distance on them and has impaled them with a sword.
Cool.
Wait, them all or just one person?
That one that was still resisting. And you hear her say to this person, this was your choice. I offered you other options. She lowers them to the ground gently and closes their eyes. Please take these 4 individuals to a different room where they can wait comfortably for me, and I will meet with them later. 2 of you go with them and guard them, and your mercenaries, 2 of them, take those 4. Alright. She dismisses all the other mercenaries to go watch over those 15 that want exile, and now it's just Mushak, Gamore, Salazar, the familiars, Omi, the dead Panthera, and that hand. Well, that could have gone better. Let's move up to the Doan's office to sort some things out.
Okay.
Can we check it out first?
The Doan's office?
Yeah.
Sure. You want to roll a perception check entering it?
11.
You get +3, so that's 14.
I'll do one too.
All right.
Sure. 10.
So you all don't see any traps or anything in this office as you enter. It seems the Doan didn't booby trap it because they thought it was just going to be easy to dispatch both of you, and was not thinking you were going to win. So they just left it as they normally would. So you all enter the Doan's office, and you all are in there alone. And so Mushak sits down in the Doan's chair and says, do y'all think they bought the tough person act?
I don't know.
You are a tough person, Mushak.
Well, yes, but I don't usually, want to be that, intense.
But yeah, they looked pretty scared, most of them.
They only know how to respond to strength, so I thought that approach would give us the least amount of bloodshed and the most peaceful solution.
Yeah, no, you did a good job.
There was still bloodshed, but okay.
Well, yeah. But it could have went way worse with the people that we know in this town.
Yep.
Alright, so you all are my most trusted, and you see she just spaces out for a second, and you all recognize this, that she's probably communicating telepathically with somebody at this point. And after a couple of seconds, she comes back and she's like, you all are my most trusted people on Aerde, on this planet. Alec just informed me that reinforcements will begin to arrive tomorrow. And then that more and more support will continue to come in.
Sweet.
I have a couple positions and stuff we need to talk about to think about the future of using. And I'm open to any other things we need to think about now and figure out. Do you all have anything you want to add in before I...
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I think that it's obvious that you're staying here.
Yes.
You're the new Doan.
Yes.
Salazar is your right hand.
If he chooses to, it could just be a temporary role. Do you plan on staying, Salazar?
I mean, yeah, but can I run a Black Ops thing?
Of course.
That's a solo mission.
Oh yeah, if we need to run missions outside, you staying wouldn't mean you are confined to the city or anything like that. There will obviously be missions that I need taken care of and whatnot, and we need to do.
Yeah.
So you're staying?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You're staying, Salazar?
Yeah.
Kamore looks sad.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that makes sense.
One more thing. I put on the Kawaii Kitty ring.
Oh no! So Mushak sees you looking for it, and she goes. She pulls the Kawaii Kitty ring out of her pocket. You gave this to me, and I'm not giving it back to you.
Wait.
Until after we get everything squared away in this town. Do you want it one last time? Will you give it back to me?
Yeah.
She tosses it to you.
Mm-hmm.
You catch it.
Uh-huh.
What did you want to do with it?
I wanted to say goodbye to Gamore.
So you just put it on and look super cute.
Mm-hmm.
And then go, meow, and go goodbye. All right, can I have it back now?
Yep.
Okay, I give Salazar a hug.
All right, you toss it back. You hug Gamore. She pockets the ring. She said, I'll give this back when we can joke around more.
Uh-huh.
After we get everything squared away. All right. Gamora, you don't need to leave right now. I would like a little bit of your help in the coming weeks, just till we have enough muscle here.
Oh. Okay.
You don't have to leave immediately.
Okay.
Unless you want to. It's up to you.
I didn't know you needed...
Yeah, I'd rather be safe than sorry with the transition so that we don't have, these 15 Pantheras try to overthrow us or so. I think we'd be fine.
No, yeah, that makes
But-
sense. I didn't know when Shay needed me, and
Well,
I'm
you're
happy
welcome.
to stay though.
Yeah. I also need somebody as the head of security that I can trust. I don't trust any of the 4 Pantheras that said they'd stay.
Makes
And
sense.
at this point, Omi walks up to you, Gamora, and goes, would it be okay if I stayed and helped, at least for a little bit?
Yeah, Omi. I'm.
Just wanted to.
You don't have to ask my permission.
I said I would stay and like protect your like house. I'd stay and protect your house, but it seems like I would be needed here.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think
I'm-
my house will be okay. It's there's a few people there.
Okay. And Mushak goes, well, I will welcome you as the head of security of Yusin.
Oh.
You were who I had in mind, but I thought I would have to extend. And Omi's like, oh, I didn't, I wasn't meaning I would, okay. Like, it seems like Omi was wanting to stay, but didn't necessarily mean for...
To be the head of security.
Yeah. Salazar. In your travels and such, have you met anybody... I plan on changing the Doan's mansion into a temporary school and dorm until we can build a school and dorms. In your travels, do you know of anybody that could possibly like be the headmaster of a magic school or could recruit?
Pock?
Um,
If he can actually teach magic.
uh,
We haven't seen him done that though. So
wait.
Our friend Pop.
The person-
The little corgi.
Yes.
Yes.
I've traveled with him for a while. Wait, this individual you've never seen do magic before,
yeah, but he teaches.
but he has taught you stuff about magic.
Yes.
Yeah, we realized after a while we've never actually seen him do it. But he's definitely very knowledgeable, but you might want to check that before.
Should we bring Puck in now?
Yes.
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 Okay.
We also kind of
Can Ellie come too?
Sure. So she gets somebody to run and get Puck and Ellie, and so Puck and Ellie come in. Like, well, the gang's all here, I guess. Ellie's safe. Look what Puck helped me make.
What is it?
You see her hold up, and he has helped whittle her and made her a wand.
Aww.
And she has a little wand.
You held your hand up. I thought she still had the dagger, but it's a wand.
Yes.
Look, he let me get blood. No, he let me stab him. No.
Pop just comes back with stabs all over her.
Oh, my spleen. No, no. She holds up a little wand, and she like, look what I can do, and she like makes some little motions and stuff, and you see like just like a little ball of water form at the end of the wand,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just splashes to the ground.
Aww. That's awesome, Ellie.
Thank you. We were bored, and so
Yeah. Do you know what's happened here? Did Puck explain anything to you?
we were brought into town. I didn't have to go and turn my dagger in, and then we were brought to the big Doan building, and that's pretty much
That's
it.
pretty much it?
Yeah, that's what happened.
Well, your town's gonna be a little different from now on.
Uh-huh.
Mushak is actually the new Doan.
What?
Yeah.
There's not been a Pumanoid or a girl be Doan.
Yeah, her and Salvazar beat the Doan in a fight.
Salvazar?
Yeah. Fun prank, right?
But, I don't know how that's a prank.
We were just trying to keep you safe before. Sorry we told you it was all a prank.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Mushak wants
I got to hang out with Pock, so...
Yeah, cool. Mushak wants to make the town a, like a place for everybody, and you don't have to kill people anymore, and so yeah, you're gonna get to have more choices in life.
Okay. Can I go play with my wand some more?
Yep.
Yeah.
And go practice?
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Alright, so one of the mercenaries, like, you just see her just take off running into the thing back to the room
I
she
just didn't
was.
want to leave that part of the story hanging. Like,
Well,
I
yeah.
wanted to close things out with her.
Yeah, so she just runs off as a kid would do, and
Yeah.
with a new toy, and is presumably going to go practice
What
making
you got?
water in a...
Oh, a knife. No!
Okay, so, Pog.
Yes!
We have realized something.
Uh-huh.
That all this time we've been with you, we've learned a lot from you. We know you used to be a professor.
Thank you.
But we've never actually seen you do magic.
Uh-huh.
Can you do magic?
Sure.
Can you show us something?
And he goes, he reaches into his, like a sleeve, and he's like, a ribbon! And he pulls one out of his... He's like, no, I kid. And he reaches into his other sleeve, and he pulls out a wand.
Okay.
And he's like, okay. I guess I'll make some water. Do you have, like, a cup or something?
Yeah, sure.
You hold up a cup. Nice Foley work, thank you. And he points his wand at the cup, and he shoots water at the cup, and the cup just explodes because he shot it a lot at the. He shot a lot of water at the cup.
Okay.
So presumably he can at least make water.
Okay.
So he can do some magic at least.
Well, Mushak might have a question for you.
Wait, so this is what we're doing?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
This is who. Okay. Pock, would you like to be the head of the new Using Magic School and other subjects? We haven't figured out the name yet. I retired, but can I be like interim until y'all find somebody else? But I'll help get it running.
You don't want to live in a city full of cats, Puck?
I just don't want to. I don't want to be tied down. You know.
Makes sense. You want to travel.
I will help you all and get it up and running and help get it functioning, and then we'll find a permanent solution that's a little younger and a little more spry.
Okay. Wait, a question.
Yes.
Leah, no, I'm talking Leah to Hunter.
Yes. No.
Who did you think we were gonna pick besides Puck?
Oh no! I thought you were gonna pick Pop.
Oh, you were like, "Is this what you're doing?" And I'm like, "Yes."
That was Mushak.
Oh, all right.
That was Mushak making sure.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't say Mushak said it. So I guess those two are done. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? Is there anything else we need to talk about before?
I just want to investigate this room.
Alright, roll
How
me.
about the rest of us can go and let Salvazar and Mushak check out this room?
Okay, alright. You all exit and check out everything. Like, you go check on Ellie, and Gamora, you see Ellie is just like shooting water all over the walls of this other random room.
Can I tell Kira to go over and like freeze the water in the air?
Sure.
After she...
Roll an attack roll.
If she rolls poorly.
17.
So Kira understands the gist of what you're trying to do. And right as Ellie like shoots water at the wall, Kira does an ice blast at the wall as well, and you blow a hole in this wall
Oh gosh.
of ice.
I was just trying to freeze the wall.
And Kira goes, I didn't know I could do ice.
You mean
what? Ellie was like, I didn't know I could do ice. What? What just happened?
You're getting so good, Ellie.
I mean, I didn't even learn that. What? And she just looks so confused, and then keeps shooting water all over the place. So Mushak and Salvador, you are now in there. Solo, do you want to do an investigation? I'll have Mushak roll investigation as well on the room.
12.
You said 12?
Mm-hmm.
Your investigation +3, so 15. You do see there's like a button under the desk. Do you want to press that button?
Yeah.
So you press the button under the desk, and like panels flip on a lot of things, and a hidden door cracks open. So all these flip, and there is just daggers, knives, swords, like a ton of just weapons behind everything that were hidden behind like bookshelves and shelves and all these things. They flip around. The hidden door opens, and you want to look inside there?
Yeah.
What you see is kind of like, not necessarily a panic room, but a one entrance room where there is just like, it's comfy seating in there. There's various things, and there's like places to store stuff and everything. It's mainly just like an annex room that only the Doan would necessarily know about, or would use for secret meetings that it didn't want other people. It's probably soundproof for super secret meetings.
Uh-huh.
So that's what you turned up in your investigation. It's like, so Musha goes, well, I guess we won't be in need of weapons for a little bit.
Yep.
I will give you back the Kawaii Kitty ring. Let's revisit it a month from now.
Uh-huh.
We both need to seem super tough and on point
Mm-hmm.
for at least the next month, until everybody gets used to the new normal of using.
Uh-huh.
Do you have any other... do you have anything you need to, like, before we... Because I had sent two mercenaries out to announce to the whole city that I was going to give them a speech soon. And so we're getting close to that.
Uh-huh. Cool.
Do you have anything you need to tell me or we need to do before that?
I'd like to check the weapons and...
You see that they're like really nicely made. There's a couple katanas. There's a couple of pretty much any type of weapon. There's one or two of them in here. Like, you will be fine on weapons for a while. It's
Can
also
I
like,
Arcana check it?
oh yeah, do an Arcana check. Good idea.
12.
You don't sense that any of these are necessarily magical. It seems like the only play that he had with magic was those rings.
Uh-huh.
He hadn't necessarily picked up any more than that. Probably because he wanted to be low-key about it. Alright, so it's about time for the speech. You ready to head out and we go retrieve the rest of the people?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Alright. So you all start heading towards, you pick up Gamora, everybody else. You leave the mercenaries with those Pantheras.
Did literally pick me up?
No.
Just kidding.
You get your crew that was in the Doan office. Pock goes back with Ellie, though, for her own good. And you all move outside to the steps of the building. And you see before you thousands of people have gathered. Salvazar, you can tell that this is most of the town, if not all of it. Mushak steps towards the edge of the steps, and you see two of the mercenaries wave their wands. When Mushak begins to speak, her voice booms with magical amplification again. Hello, Yusin. I am your new Doan, Mushak Myong the First. I plan on making Yusin a place where all species are equal, whether that is Mifsies, Humanoids, Pantheras, or any other species. Every person will have access to all they need to be, whatever they choose to be. Previously, Yusin only trained assassins and thieves. From here on, Yusin will be modernized where anyone can be whatever they want. To begin to heal the wounds of the past, all of the wealth and property that most of the Pantheras have hoarded for themselves will be collected and redistributed. We will begin rebuilding this city, and I am personally going to meet with every citizen to see where they want to fit in our future. Dream big. Change in this world is inevitable, but you may choose to grow in the face of that change. Dare to dream. Did you have a passion for making food? Do you want to learn a new trade? My first official act as Doan is that I'm giving the Doan Mansion to the city. This mansion will be transformed to a school and dorms. All citizens of Yusin that are under 18 will be housed here and trained in various skills, trades, and arts. There will also be the chance for anyone that wishes to, for them to learn magic as well. And when they say this, there's the crowd gets real quiet and just looks with big eyes what?
I'm just saying, Gamora just over here crying.
Oh, jeez. Each catling, kitten, and any other child will be able to determine their own path. No one will just be restricted to be an assassin or a thief anymore. A magic and trade night school will also be opening in the building behind me for any adults that wish to learn a new trade, skill, or magic. My second act as Doan is that starting tomorrow, we will begin the process of opening a mine near this city. This mine will bring prosperity to Yusin, and anyone that chooses this as their new trade will be paid a substantial amount no matter what species you are. And you see the Mifsies, which are these small, shorter, cat-like people, start mumbling to themselves that they would be paid well and not barely anything at all to do anything. And then the third act as Doan is that I'm announcing today that Yusin is annexing the 3 port towns next to us into the Yusin province. We have had unofficial connections where we have run these towns previously, but no more. These cities will be under the banner of the Yusin province, and people are just looking geez, these are 3 very big things. Now, you may be wondering what happened to the Pantheras that are closest to the Doan, or the Claw of the Doan, the previous Doan, that is. Salvazar here is the new Claw of the Doan.
Hi, my name's Salvazar.
Everybody that interacted with you and knew you before look and they just look confused because your voice doesn't sound like it used to sound.
I'm kidding. My name's Salvazar the First. It's alright. I'm just playing with y'all.
Alright. And Mushak kind of side eyes you.
I don't smirk.
And she continues and she goes, the old Claw attempted to assassinate me. I took off his hand that he tried to pull the dagger on me, and at that point she pulls the hand out of her bag that still has the dagger on and tosses it on the ground. The crowd just nods their heads All right. That's what you should do. Good job. I offered all the Pantheras there that were close to the previous Doan the choice between these three options. I will also offer these to all of you. You can stay in Using and work towards building a Using for all people, but if you are a Panthera or a Pumanoid that have enriched themselves off the inequality in Using, then your wealth and property will be forfeited. You can leave Using with your life, 3 days provisions, and the clothes you have on and be exiled. 15 Pantheras chose this route. Or you can challenge me now, and your body will be fertilizer for our future prosperity. 1 Panthera chose this route. If you plan to stay, kneel now. And she just looks at the crowd. And I'm going to roll a charisma roll for Mushak. With advantage since you were crying over there.
Wallowing.
Try to do what I can.
All but 1 male Panthera out of the thousands there kneel. The other 2 options are exile or death. If you choose exile, please walk over to the left of the crowd. If you choose death, you can approach me. The crowd gets real tense, and everybody's looking at this one dude. And he nods his head and starts walking over to the left. Okay, everyone. That concludes our citywide meeting today. If everyone will return to their homes for today, as you begin thinking of what you want to do in the future, whatever that may be, dream big. Tomorrow's dawn will usher in the first day of the Using province. And with that, okay, so Gamori starts clapping. Did you start clapping? That was all the other, like, this town, like, a lot of the people just look at you like, what is clapping and what is happening? And they just all kind of nod and start dispersing.
They're not excited?
Excitement isn't really
a custom here.
Yeah.
Aww. All right,
so the fact that they all kneeled and kind of nodded along with what she did to the claw is a big deal.
Great, Mushak. That was a great speech.
Thank you. I was just trying to include everybody in it.
You did it. You did a good job.
So, but as everybody starts dispersing, you can, like, kind of overhear some people do seem excited, but also, like, hoping everything works out. There's some excited murmuring and stuff you can see. The individual that wished to leave is brought to the room with those others, and the mercenaries start getting provisions for all those individual. And Mushak has them leave towards one of the 3 port towns and makes them leave now. And she's sending them to the smallest of the port towns.
They're allowed to go there?
Yep.
But not, like, inside Using? Okay.
No, it's for them to leave. Like, from the port town to leave.
Oh, okay.
She also sends...
I forgot we on an island.
She let you all know that she also sends 2 mercenaries to secretly tell them and make sure that they don't circle back.
That's a good plan. Good plan.
You all adjourn back to the Doan's office. All right. Is there anything else any of y'all would like to talk about? This was a big day.
I pat my truck on the head and say, good jobs.
Thank you, Salvador. That was intense. Having to give that speech. All right.
I feel like that's a high praise of affection from Salazar.
Yeah.
Big show of affection.
So, is there anything you all want to do before we do a little time jump?
No.
I mean, we need to pop by. Really?
Well, yeah. Before you
Tell
leave,
everybody.
Yeah.
before you leave, you will have a chance to do that. So a few weeks pass as Mushak and Salazar start the rebuilding or building process. The Doan mansion transforms into a temporary school. Mushak begins her daily meetings with a lot of citizens every day from the city. Salazar, Gamore, and a team are dispatched to bring the 3 port cities in line with being completely a part of the Yusin province. With guidance from Alec and their contacts within those cities, this goes off reasonably well without a hitch. You are able to see and make sure from the 2 Yusings that the 2 mercenaries that tailed that group that they got on a boat leaving far away. And during this time, Gamora also communicates with Shay to let her know that everything went off reasonably well and that you were helping do some cleanup, pretty much, and that everybody else was safe.
Mm-hmm.
The mine begins operation, and many citizens began working in there for above average wages, and they seem pretty happy about that. And as the city begins to build, so does the roads to help facilitate faster export and import into the city. And everything seems to be going to plan. There's people arriving daily that Alec had start coming in that teach new trades, that are setting up shops and stuff like that. It's a good period of growth. And Mushak and Salazar, there starts to be a rhythm going to the city and the province. And it comes time for some goodbyes if Gamora is heading back to Desmodon.
Oh.
Everything seems to be operating as good as it's going to be at this point.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be safe. Security in the city is Gamora does not have any qualms about Salazar and Mushak and everybody's safety.
Okay.
Do you want to you pick Gamora? You start saying who you're going to approach and say goodbye and everything.
Oh, I'll do Salazar last. So, gosh, I have to say bye to Mushak, everybody. Oh, me, Punk.
Sure.
Huh? What? So I'm just leaving by myself?
Sure.
Whew. Okay.
You have Kira.
Yeah. But I've been with these people for a long time.
Yeah, a couple months.
How long? Oh, it's just a few months, but still.
You are kind of different than other Annaleafs in that some Annaleafs, since they live so long, are slow to form connections.
Mm-hmm.
You are kind of an anomaly among Annaleafs in that you do the exact opposite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You form connections really fast.
Makes sense. Alright, so, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to act out each one. I just go, I tell everyone bye.
Okay. Is there any ones you want to tell?
I specifically tell Omi, though, that I hope she is able to continue to get more peace, and I'm glad she's found a place to be, at least for as long as she wants to be.
Yeah, I don't know how long I will stay, but I do want to return. Can I return at some point back to your house?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm sure, I'll be coming back here some too, and in the future I'm not leaving forever.
Okay. All right. Well, I will try to keep all your friends here safe.
Well, thank you. Okay, yeah, I just tell Puck bye, and Omi, and Barnaby, and is that it?
Mushak.
I thought I already told Mushak. Okay, yes, I told Mushak bye too. And then I come to Salazar.
Alright.
And I'm like, Salazar, I know that we've not been hanging out for very long, but I just want to say I think you're an awesome cat person, and It's meant a lot to me, and I'm trying not to cry, but, and then I just hug him.
Just say, back.
I'm like, stay good, knucklehead.
Knucklehead?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Stay good, knucklehead. So long.
So not more serious than last time.
But more meaningful.
Stay good, knucklehead.
Oh, God. It would make sense that Salvador is not good at feeling and stuff.
True.
Oh, God.
Stay in character.
Alright, well, bye everyone, but also not goodbye forever, because I'll be back sometime, I'm sure.
Alright, so you start heading, like, out of town. So you leave Using, you head to one of the port towns, and you begin to travel back to Desmodon to meet with Shay. You talk via telepathy with her of your impending return. Shay asks you what some of your favorite foods are. So, because Shay wants to have a nice dinner prepared for your meeting to discuss some stuff. And you continue your travels to heading back, and you give her a heads up on your estimated arrival time. You make it all the way back to Desmodon, the city, without a hitch. You arrive, and so you make it to that dinner.
Okay.
Shay has prepared the foods that you talked to her about. She has, so it's just you and her in one of her smaller rooms to eat, and you have all like your favorite foods out on this table. She's like, well, you've had an eventful couple months.
Yes, I have, but I'm also just like scarfing down food.
All right. I know, being on the road and on boats for a while, so yeah.
Yeah, it's been a weird last few months. I feel like everyone that I just formed a connection with is, besides you, is not
thank you.
with me anymore, so it's just kind of weird.
And you had told me that Salazar plans on staying. So I will try to figure out who to pair you up with to work in the department.
Oh, I'm gonna get a new partner?
Yeah, somebody that like matches the skills you have, so that if I send you on missions, you're not going solo.
Makes sense.
I'll try to figure that out in the coming weeks. You have some
somebody
downtime.
that has different skills than me. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, to match up. Yeah.
Sweet.
And you still want to go on the travel on the boat with me?
Mm-hmm.
That'll come as well then. We'll write a pick. We have some downtime till the boat will be ready. It's still being built.
Okay, let's just cut to it.
All right.
Did
Do you
you
want to be a vampire?
Yes.
All right. Why don't you finish eating first? Because one of the side effects is that food doesn't taste the same afterwards.
Oh, wait.
You can still eat it, and it's still good. Food is still good, but it's not as good. You can still have...
Is that why you picked all my favorite foods?
Yes. She looks down kind of coyly and goes, yes. That's why I did that.
I mean, I'd heard that happened, but I thought it was just a rumor.
And you see she's eating
So
blood
sad.
pudding right now. She's like, you can still... Some foods are still, like, really good after the fact. You can have blood pudding and stuff.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that doesn't sound good right now, but...
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you finish dinner, and if you want, we can do that transformation after dinner.
What's that gonna be like?
Well, I will bite you, and then you will bite me back.
Okay.
And then by drinking the blood of another vampire, it will complete the process. So you will begin the process by getting bitten.
Okay.
And that will inject the whatever into your system. And then...
Am I going to want to bite you immediately, or is that going to be gross for me?
We can give it a couple minutes and let it take a hold, and then you should be
okay,
fine
right
with
now
it.
that sounds terrible.
Yeah, it shouldn't make you sick necessarily.
How long have you been a vampire?
A little over 200 years. Or right at 200 years.
Yeah, MBD. Okay. So do people just kind of look the same age that they're at when they get bit?
Oh yeah, you're going to stay about this. And she, does her hand up and down at you.
I mean, obviously that's one of the main reasons I wanted to, so that's good. But I don't know.
There's also other benefits that I will help you with in the coming weeks in our downtime while the boat finishes.
Oh, okay.
So you proceed to continue eating dinner and stuff. And one last time, are you sure?
Wait, let me just take another bite of this cake over here. Okay, I guess.
Alright, so she parts your hair and, bites you.
Uh-huh.
And you feel, in your, veins and stuff like that, it feels a little bit like it's burning. Your veins are burning, it feels like.
Yeah, cool.
And then it starts really burning.
Mm-hmm.
And two of your teeth start elongating. You feel them start getting longer.
Mm-hmm.
And then even though you just ate, you start feeling a hunger. And she's like, do you feel ready now?
Yes.
All right. So she moves her hair back, and you bite into her, and she makes sure you take the requisite amount and not more or anything like that.
Oh, that was it.
And then she Lynn comes in and brings some vials and stuff like that for you to drink more
Okay.
of. And she goes, from here on out, you can either drink blood via these vials and stuff, or there are some vegan vampires that drink coconut water as well. So in a pinch, you could do that, or you can just drink coconut water. I don't know why it works. It's weird. We have a blood tax here in Desmodon. There is plenty of blood to go around. I drink blood.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
didn't know that was a thing.
You will have plenty of blood.
Are we taking a lot on the ship?
Of course. We will be taken care of.
Okay.
Alright.
I still feel hungry.
Well, you are able to eat your feel of the blood. She also does caution you. She's like, don't overdo it. I don't want you to become a hemioholic and to where you get drunk on the blood and then also want more and want more and want more. You should only need to feed about once a month.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and that's where we're going to end the season.
What?
Right there. So, what does next season hold for Gomorrah? What does the future hold for Using? Will Salazar be happy with this new life? And who will Noah play as next season? Find out on the next season of Aerde Tales. Okay, let's take care of some housekeeping. Our adventures encounter magical items, and I want to invite everyone to visit patreon.com/Looney Studios. The link is in the description, and on the front page there's a link to a Google form where anyone can submit an idea for a magical item. Anyone can do this, you don't have to be a patron. You can do this anonymously or put your name or username on it to receive credit if we use it. Please add to this list. We enjoy seeing all the magical items that are created by people in the community. And while you're there, if you will also check out the Looney Studios Patreon. If you become a patron, you gain access to the podcast early, among other perks. And speaking of Patreon, I would like to thank our patrons. You all help support Looney Studios and Aerde Tales, and thank you for all you do. If you watch this episode on YouTube, you may have seen some maps, etc. And here are how they were made or where they came from. The overworld map was made using the software WonderDraft. Maps, tokens, etc. were either directly from or adapted from assets from 2-Minute Tabletop and Dynamic Dungeons. 2-Minute Tabletop can be found at 2minutetabletop.com or patreon.com/2Minute Tabletop. Dynamic Dungeons can be found at patreon.com/Dynamic Dungeons. The links are in the description. Please visit them and check out their amazing work. Also, Looney Studios can be found at looneystudios.com and at the social media platforms listed in the description. Please give a review on your favorite podcasting site. Like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, and submit magical items on our Patreon. The Looney family hopes that you have a wonderful day. That was a Looney Studios podcast.